What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires, and we just got an absolutely insane leak in information for Avengers Doomsday, Secret Wars, the Multiverse Saga, and really everything that's happened in the MCU so far. And if this information is correct, it completely recontextualizes key moments along the way in Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, parts of Phase 4, and especially Phase 5, and really brings it all together to make perfect sense why in the world Doctor Doom thinks he is justified in doing what he's about to do with the current multiverse. We are breaking down this latest banger coming from a trusted industry insider that really paints a picture of a cohesive MCU that's really had an idea since the beginning of what they were doing, and while it felt like it maybe went wide when it should have been focused, not only would it solve that, but it would also make it seem like they knew what they were doing, and since day one, looking forward to where we are now. We are breaking it all down, this latest plot leak for Avengers Doomsday, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button, thanks to everyone who's been helping grow the channel lately, and if you haven't already, I would just kindly invite you to do so. It's the #1 thing you can do to support us as content creators, plus it'll enter you for our giveaways if you want. Stick around at the end of the video, we get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Also, happy Father's Day to every dad, stepdad, stand-in dad, grandfather acting as a dad. Happy Father's Day to you guys, and I hope you're getting to spend it with your family. Okay, also, lightest of spoiler warning here, this stuff is coming from Alex Perez over at the Cosmic Circus, who does have a proven track record, and they've been around for at least 3 or 4 years at this point. We give them a lot more reverence than just, say, an anonymous Twitter scoopster. That being said, if you don't want to know this stuff, now would be the time to back out. Alright, Alex Perez was doing one of the question answers they do on Discord, and he dropped an absolute bombshell about the entirety of the MCU. He had to say this: get ready for this because it's a doozy. One of the main plot points of the entire Multiverse Saga, which has remained consistent with the Marvel Parliament ever since Loki 2021, is that the MCU and the multiverse in general is currently caught in an endless cycle and time loop. Presumably the sacred timeline that we saw represented at the end of Loki Season 1, the one that Loki went and broke into the current World Tree version of the multiverse, and we'll come back to that in just a second, but let's go on with this update. He continues by saying everything that He Who Remains said during his speech at the end of Season 1 of Loki and a bit in Season 2 is true. No matter what course of action the characters take, the ending will always remain the same. After the multiversal war with the Kang variants, He Who Remains would win using Alioth, build the TVA, which then leads into the story we all know as the MCU, and then it loops itself over and over again. That was supposed to be one of the big reveals in Avengers Kang Dynasty, is that this iteration of the universe we're in the movies, and the TV shows, the special presentations, anything Marvel Studios related, is just trying 14,605,000 or so of He Who Remains attempts to create a universe timeline in which the multiversal war doesn't happen and he can just rule over all existence forever. He continues, now that Kang and his variants are officially out of the picture for the time being, this allows Marvel to continue this plot point in a very different way than originally intended. Initially, we would have seen Kang's variant causing havoc across time and space, disrupting the multiverse one incursion at a time. However, now the main reason revolves around the different heroes who would have been interfering with the fabric of space-time. In Doomsday, the main incursion we'll see revolves around Earth 616 and the universe Monica is set in, where the X-Men currently reside in the film. What we here at the channel think is very clearly the same Deadpool Wolverine timeline of 10,005. Other incursions will be addressed, such as the one in No Way Home caused by Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Now, this really repaints a picture of what Doctor Strange was talking about when he said there was only one version that they won in the 14 million in some different futures that he saw. It seems like that number is now important in a different way, and while we're going to do a follow-up video in the next couple of days focusing on just this and what he may have actually seen for Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, we're now understanding that really nothing that happened was that unique in the middle of the Infinity Saga. It was our first time seeing it, and from the character's point of view, it was their first time going through it, but it wasn't nearly anything unique or the first time that it happened. Now Loki sits at the center of a World Tree style multiverse that has infinite branches, and this is what Sylvie meant by he's giving us a chance. It is the chance that they were looking for to break free from this endless time loop. Now, more specifically, and from Doctor Doom's perspective, Loki having turned this into the multiverse universal tree gives Doctor Doom an opportunity to perhaps what he thinks is stop Kang in this endless time loop. If Doctor Doom had acquired the knowledge that, yeah, we've been doing this 14 million times over and over again, he would see himself as justified in warring against Kang, or who he thinks may be causing these incursions. He may actually think that Loki is the cause of this and not Kang. He may know that Kang is the cause of it, but not understand that Kang doesn't have power anymore, and may wrongly assume that Loki's after the same sort of power in the same loop. Doctor Doom may see himself in the exact same light that the Avengers would, or say Scott Lang did, in fighting against Kang, or Loki taking his seat at the center of the multiverse instead of He Who Remains. Our Avengers, or say Loki's prime Avengers, think that they're righteous in their actions to fight who they think is the villain in Kang, the same way that Doctor Doom may think that he's righteous in his actions for trying to seize control of the multiverse so they're not stuck in an endless time loop. Also, this completely changes everything we've thought about really what the MCU was doing, and during Phase 4 and Phase 5, where obviously there was a shift from Kang and the Council of Kangs into now Doctor Doom is the main villain of the Multiverse Saga. It seems like the main core plot point has always remained the same, that they knew what they were doing or what we were looking at since early days of the Multiverse Saga. And really, people have loved to pick on Marvel as not being cohesive, saying they introduced too many characters in post-credit scenes that didn't go anywhere, left too many Easter eggs that they never circled back on, and a lot of that is true. Yes, there are still a lot of plot points they haven't had a chance to, or maybe don't plan to, ever getting back to, but the one that's most important to the underlying narrative, the reason for the Multiverse Saga being unique now and what we're about to see in Avengers Secret Wars, so really as it pertains to everything we've seen in the MCU, the previous Foxverse, etc., is still perfectly intact. That hasn't changed. The villains may have changed. What everything looks like, the title of Avengers Kang Dynasty is now Avengers Doomsday. It's still the exact same goal that they're going for with what we're about to see, which means Avengers Secret Wars is going to be this special moment in all of Marvel's cinematic history, in and out of the MCU, when finally we can have a new future. Then you look back at old rumors and reports that it would be a soft reboot of sorts, and it doesn't even really matter what that means for recasting in and out of the MCU for characters, but really a soft reboot in that everything going forward from there will presumably not be one of the 14 million iterations that Marvel Studios has established has happened, that MCU canon has now established has been happening, and since the very beginning. I think it is amazingly meta. It actually ties in everything in a totally new light, makes us look back at the Infinity Saga in a crazy way. I'm about to do a theory video about Avengers Infinity War, and I haven't touched that movie here at the channel in a square 3 years. I'm actually stoked about this. You know, Alex Perez, you're a real one, and if you guys don't already check out the Cosmic Circus, I can't say enough about their work. This was a bombshell today. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. I am so curious. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff here at the channel. Okay, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s. We've got one in a couple of weeks for Ironheart, then one next month for Fantastic Four. All you got to do, be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. We're also doing a $100 Visa gift card giveaway over on my music YouTube channel. If you haven't checked that out already, if you have, I appreciate it. If you haven't, just make sure you follow the link down in the description or the comments over there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on that video that says you're specifically coming over from Everything Always. You know, say something nice if you want. You can also not say something nice, no worries. Just you interacting with the video really helps it hit the algorithm to find people who do like that type of music, and we'll do those winner announcements here on the channel every Friday for the next couple of months. Thank you guys for checking out the channel. Find me on Instagram and Twitter, and I am Fires. Find me on all platforms with original music under the name All Fires. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.